Welcome. This is Personal Computer Gameplay, presenting another U-boat mission. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the show. Also thanks Deepwater Studio and Playway for the ongoing support. I hope to be posting more content in the not-too-distant future. Thanks for watching. Best of luck.
Night lights.
I could use some help over here.
Full ahead. Regular lights. I need some help here.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
Another U-boat has just reported a possible target within our range.
Patrol area reached. Torpedo in tube 3 maintained. It's always nerve-wracking leaving port. You never know what you're going to run into out there.
Periscope down. Man the radio room.
Report sent. Torpedo in tube 4 maintained.
Set a course to these coordinates. Blow the tanks. Flank ahead.
Current depth, 5 meters.
Switch to diesel engine. Turn on the diesel compressor. Turn on the pump. Target position reached. Dive to 50 meters. Man the listening room. Switch to electric motors.
I could use some help over here. Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
30 meters.
Set a course to these coordinates. Change course.
35 meters.
Blow the tanks.
15 meters.
Switch to diesel engines.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Turn on the diesel compressor. Full ahead. Turn off the electric compressor. Set a course to these coordinates.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Funnel smoke. Bearing 20 degrees. Merchant ship 20 degrees. Periscope depth.
Report sent.
Switch to electric motors.
Captain, we're at Periscope, ready for surface observations.
Alarm. Take your positions.
Run to your stations. The hunt is on.
I could use some help over here.
Aye, aye. I'll take care of it. I could use some help over here. Affirmative. Consider it done, sir.
Man the radio room. Man the attack periscope. Affirmative.
I could use some help over here.
Aye, aye. I'll take care of it.
Aye, aye. I'll take care of it.
Affirmative. Consider it done, sir. Torpedo and tube 2 maintained.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Set a course to these coordinates. Flank ahead. night lights.
Affirmative. Consider it done, sir.
Aye, aye. I'll take care of it.
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
Torpedo in tube 4 maintained.
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. Set a course to these coordinates.
I could use some help over here.
Will do, Captain.
I need some help here.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Consider it done, sir.
Blow the tanks. Switch to diesel engines.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained. Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
I could use some help over here. Will do, Captain. Turn off the electric compressor. Full ahead. Set a course to these coordinates. All engines stop.
Greetings, greetings. Welcome back to UBOAT. If you've been watching so far, you will have noticed that we're doing the last stage of the Tonnage War. We only have to sink probably a very small amount of ships and we will have completed this stage. At the moment, we're searching a Norwegian ship to make sure that they're not helping our enemy out. If they are, we're going to sink them. If they're not, we're going to let them go. Replacement parts. I think we're going to let them go. If you get a diplomatic incident, yeah, it's a large penalty in this game. You end up getting negative reputation. I had a bit of a sinkage spree one day and sunk quite a few, and I had negative. I had to literally load up my save game because of that, because I'd just done too many. I must have sunk 10, 20 ships. Wow, ridiculous amount. But I don't know if it's that many, but yeah. But that seemed to be okay, so I'm gonna head on off to the patrol point. Let them on their way, let them be. Lead them to continue their voyage.
Change course. Full ahead.
My sub looks absolutely amazing right now. It looks like an absolute weapon. So I'm going to head over to this point here.
Change course.
And just wait for convoys. As you can see, we've got quite a large swell at the moment, probably a metre swell, maybe 2. So it makes the boat go a bit slower, but I've got to recharge the batteries at the moment, so...
All hands, silent alarm canceled. Regular lights. Terminate silent running. Return to normal operations.
Right, back to normal duties for the crew. Oh, look at it. Make sure they've shut the top hatch. Oh, look at that, it's open. So the water will be flowing in here at the moment. Yeah.
Turn on the pump.
Turn on that pump. Shut that door.
Regular
Alright.
lights. Port set.
I think it's only at this stage of the war, we're still in 1939, that we're actually only still after the English boats and maybe the French as well. I'm not too sure at this stage. I wish I knew a way of checking that out, but at which actual, you know, there must be a way, but I haven't found that yet. I go to headquarters, campaign. Oh, maybe it's under here. Oh, great. So the next one we're going to go for is either Scarpa Flow or the Enigma Recovery. And then we'll be moving flotilla to another flotilla to use to get different, the different missions. But the Enigma one, that's a good one because you get the a matter of survival, which is a skill your whole crew will benefit from. And this is the Bullseye, which the Scarpa Flow, that's a particularly difficult mission because you've got to get through their nets, their subnets, I think they're called, which obviously stop us from getting into the bay there where all the main ships are, but we've got to sneak in there. But there is a clever way of doing that, which I will be showing later how I do that. It's picking your times, and knowing a bit of the lay of the land is good with the aerial reconnaissance, but we'll get to that later. But finishing the tonnage war, this one here, that's the main one, so we get the skill ace, and then all of these are coming up. Hopefully I'm going to do a video for at least one video per campaign. I might actually do the final mission on all of them, unless of course I do have something quite interesting to look at, or something good. The Norwegian Sea, that's, I'm looking forward to that. That's the big water up there. It's like massive swells, 5-6 meter swells. You're going in storms. You have to actually submerge to be able to actually travel in a decent speed, because the water's so high. It's lifting the boat out of the water basically. But anyway, let's head on out to the roost. Ah, ship spotted. Closing in. Set an intercept course. Distance 10 to 20 kilometers.
Tube 3 maintained.
So we will be having a look at this one too. Oh, rocking and rolling.
Torpedo in Tube 5 maintained.
Let's take it down.
Periscope depth. Switch to electric motors.
Torpedo in Tube 4 maintained.
Captain, we're
Right.
at periscope depth. Ready for surface observations.
Alarm. Take your positions. Night lights.
Remember your training, everyone. Stay calm and
I wish
focused.
there's a way I could actually, when I go into an alarm set, when I'm coming up to a target, it actually would put the guys in the
Man the
places that I
observation
set up for
periscope.
them. I hope they,
I could use some help over here.
I hope they
I'll
let,
take care of it.
you know, like battle stations, it should be like, if it's a normal with nothing, then you can have them set to a set of duties. But when you click a button for red, say alarm, they go to periscopes. Just everything you set up, they do, because I have to sort of manually set that up every time. But I think if there is a way of doing it, please, I want to hear about it. But yeah, that'd be really good, because I do that a lot. Is when I go to alarm, that's when I'm coming in to attack. So
I need some help here. Torpedo in Tube 2 maintained.
Merchant ship, 355 degrees.
they've been doing the maintenance
Affirmative.
themselves,
Consider it done, sir.
because they're not in direct orders, stop direct orders. They will start doing the maintenance
Torpedo in
and
Tube
loading
3
torpedoes and all the other stuff. So yeah, I think they should look at it, because battle stations is really, you know, when you're coming up for an attack on something, you want to have guys, 2 guys on each. You want to be loaded up the torpedoes. You want those maintained. You want guys in the listening room. You want a guy in the calculator, and you want the 2 periscope guys, because that will speed up your targeting system. Right, what have we got here? Freighter, excellent. So we set up a bearing basically that.
Set a
Click it
course
on
to these
here,
coordinates.
to this point for the bearing. Then I put in reverse,
Slow astern.
and the boat should straighten up, ready for the shot.
All engines stop.
All engines stop.
Night lights.
It's night time now. Ah, what's going on there? Still a night light.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. I'm on it.
Ah, English. Excellent.
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
As you can
Calculate
see,
torpedo
the
course.
targeting, excuse me, much easier if you just wait for the, if you're not making any noise, you're sitting in the water silently, you know, there's nothing to tell anybody where you are. You're just completely invisible at this stage, apart from obvious periscopes, stuff like that, which you can bring
Torpedo
down
in tube
obviously.
1 maintained. Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
But now I'm just targeting. As you can see, it's going up nicely. Right. What weight have we got? We're on about 6. Torpedoes are ready to go. Gonna wait till the appropriate time. And
Flood tube 1.
let's target.
Tube 1 flooded.
I have 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. They're all calculating this torpedo right now. And this is a 6, so I'll keep it on the 4. I'll increase the speed. Oh no, I'll keep it the way it is for time being, but
Fire.
40 seconds to impact.
probably saying, well, that'll probably miss, but
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
oh no, that's a hit. The depth, hopefully the depth on this particular 6,000 GRT, so it's hitting it. Let's have a
10
look.
seconds to impact.
It's not looking too bad. Good, I should say. Depending on which ship you're in.
Change course. Half ahead. Set a course to these coordinates. Half ahead. All engines stop.
And this one is full stop. Not looking good. As you can see, it should be taking on water right now.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Another successful patrol. Great work, crew. Crew evacuates the
And
ship.
I actually got the finished the tonnage war. So this boat's actually going down. It hasn't got fire on deck, but I seem to have got the credit for the kill.
Man the radio room.
Report sent.
Surface
Blow the
boat.
tanks.
Current depth 5 meters.
Change course.
See if we can pick up any crew.
Switch to diesel engine. half ahead. Turn on the pump. Regular lights. Alarm canceled.
Target position reached.
All engines stop.
Yeah, I think this is with the new update. Normally, that if they're going to sink, they sink. You know, and that's the actual, you know, the credit for your reputation. But this one's sitting above the water now, but it's going 0 speed. It's just sitting there. So obviously, it's totally history. You know, it's not going to make its destination. So maybe you get the credit for that now. I'm not too sure. But what I'm going to do is pick up the officers. I'll pick up these ones. That's it. Lifeboat. Supplies. There is achievement for giving survivors. You get reputation. You get an actual achievement for Steam, giving them spuds. So you can actually. I'll send a team there. Might as well. Hoffman. I hope the boat doesn't.
Turn off the electric compressor. Turn off the diesel compressor.
I could use some help over here.
I hope the boat doesn't sink while the crew's on there. Excuse me. Just once again, I'm expecting my new microphone in the next few days. It's been ordered, so I had a look at it. It's just shipping to New Zealand here, so it takes a lot longer. Like an island out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, when that turns up, hopefully my content will improve and I won't have to speak in a certain way, because at the moment when I speak into this microphone, you might have noticed here and there that you can hear the wind freaking the mic out a little bit, and that's why I have to speak a certain way, so I'm not blowing too much on my mic. But once this new microphone comes, hopefully I won't have to do that. I can just talk normally. So, I mean, the commentary for me, obviously, I'm not trying to be a speaker and do the massive content. It's just for convenience, really. It's easier for me to talk stuff out than to actually just sort of, because there's guys out there who keep asking me questions, and it is quite good to hear guys have a laugh while you're playing a game. That's what it's all about, really. Gaming is a sociable thing at the end of the day. You know, if you both play the same game, it's good to hear a bit of the game talk, you know. And I like it, so That's what it's really all about. So with the new mic, hopefully my content will improve on the commentary side. So yeah, it's only a matter of time. I'm just building it up slightly. It only has to get to a level for me, like a partial commentary is what I'm going for. Not like the full commentary. There's no real point. But I just want to say this because I've had quite a few views now, and I feel sort of obligated to mention, you know, to mention it. You know, that the microphone isn't the greatest, so it's coming. I've got it covered. You know, not a problem. Anyway. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, that's return to ship.
Report sent.
There it goes. Yeah, like getting back to this update thing and the changes they've done to the sinkages and things like that. It's just a matter of playing the game.
Change course.
Playing the game, trial and error, and getting back to sort of knowing,
They're sinking.
Good work.
Report sent.
getting to know what the parameters are of the game itself. It's been changed, but I think in a good way. Obviously I've completed the mission here, but I can click this button now and move on to the next mission, but I've only used one torpedo, so there's no way I'm going to do that. I'm coming out here to sink ships, and that's what I'm here to do, so and that's what I'm going to do. It's what I've got to do. So once we move to the roost,
Another U-boat
which is
has
here.
just reported a possible target within our range.
Target position reached.
Periscope depth.
Full stop.
Captain, we're periscope depth. Ready for surface observations.
The hydrophone, see how it's covering this peninsula here.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Moving away. And we've got this one. It's not sure on the bearing on that. These are moving away. Let's move closer.
Set a course to these coordinates. Full ahead.
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
This button here, the dive schedule, is when you come into your crew manifest. This is the dive schedule, and this is something I forgot to turn on and off. I've seen it before. Main hatch management. Yeah, I've seen it before, but I forgot to actually turn it on. What this does is when you turn on the dive schedule, which is this, when you're traveling to one place, to save diesel, you will be charging up your batteries and then using your batteries. But then your schedule comes in, you see. And so if you're traveling a vast distance, it's way cheaper on diesel to actually dive, say, I've got mine 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, you know. But that's, you can extend that, you can finely tune that. And what's the beauty of that is that you're not burning through your diesel for large trips. You're actually utilizing you're charging up your battery, then you're using your battery, and you're continually moving, you see. And so you might travel a bit slower, but your diesel is not getting exhausted like full power the whole way. It's utilizing a reusable, it's a rechargeable sort of system. And I thought I'd better explain that because
Torpedo in tube 4 maintained.
it's sort of important that for large trips, and I don't think they're doing it now, and I
Blow
might
the
actually
tanks.
Current depth 5 meters.
closing in. Ah, excellent. Right, this is the one we're going for. That's 80 plus kilometers.
Switch to diesel engines. Turn on the diesel compressor.
Merchant ships, 2 corvettes, northwestern course. I'm not even worried about that at this stage because we've got this convoy here, and it might actually be the same one, but it's far better to go for what you know than to be chasing around convoys from a few, you know. I watched a documentary about the Wolfpack, and you know how they were so successful was communication. They were telling everybody knew what was going on. They coordinated through that, and that's what made them so deadly to begin with, you know, is that knowing and coordinating your synchronized types of attacks and stuff like that are very, very deadly. So listening to the radio man would have been absolutely a must, you know. Right, let's get
Periscope depth.
another listen. It's the same today, you know, same in anything, you know.
Captain,
You coordinate
we're
with,
at periscope depth. Ready for
if
surface
you've got full
observations.
communicating,
Switch to electric motors.
far more efficient. There's other games, obviously, team strats, stuff like that. You'll find with any other game, having a team sometimes, although you lessen your chances of actually getting the kills yourself, you see, and that's what you're sacrificing. But you know, for taking on larger sort of prey, you have to be thinking like that. And I hopefully they get into the multiplayer side of things, because that would be amazing in this game.
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
Moving away, 2 to 6. There must be another one here. There it is. Right.
Change course. Decks awash.
Decks awash.
Switch to diesel engines. Periscope depth. Switch to electric motors.
What have we got here? Excellent.
Change
Let's head
course.
this way.
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
Blow the tanks.
Current depth 5 meters.
Night lights. Switch to diesel engines. I need some help here. Join the watch crew.
The crew are nicely rested because the schedule's about right at the moment. I've got to make a few little tweaks for the 7 officers, but I haven't really noticed anything at this stage, so I don't want to change it unless it's sort of, you know, affecting the performance. The torpedoes are getting loaded. Ah, here we go. Look at that. That's a convoy, people. Red light. distance.
Alarm! Convoy in
Remember your
sight.
training,
Bearing
everyone. Stay
45
calm and-
degrees.
Periscope depth.
Right, let's get a basic bearing.
Set a course to these coordinates.
At periscope depth. Let's get the crew
some help
heating
here.
up the torpedoes.
Sir, I'm on it.
Affirmative. Man the listening room.
Report sent.
Switch to electric motors.
Torpedo in tube 3
I
maintained.
think there must be an
Captain,
escort
we're
here,
at
so we're going
periscope
to come in
depth.
silent.
Ready for surface observations. Silent running.
This game actually utilizes 32 gig RAM. So the larger your RAM, I think it actually utilizes for the larger convoys. My next actual upgrade to my computer will have 64 gig on the motherboard. I've got to really work out my next build for the computer, but I'm going to keep this game in mind because I want to get these you know, enormous convoys going on, which it says in the settings. You know, it does affect the performance. You've got to have the RAM to back it up, so otherwise you get a little bit of funny lag going on, I dare say. So well worth it though. Just keeping the you know, the games you play in mind for the next upgrade, the next computer. Well worth it.
Half ahead.
Right, we want to go all stop at the moment. I'm just waiting. Ah, full
All
stop.
engines stop.
Here we go.
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
Two
Calculate torpedo course.
merchants. In fact, maybe let's. Oh, three. Have they got an escort though? If they don't have an escort, then I can just follow these guys on pretty much on the surface and just pluck them, take them out at will. Right, we've got the first. Let's
Calculate torpedo
concentrate
course.
on the second
Calculate
shot,
torpedo course.
and let's get the ball rolling.
Will do, Captain.
Will do, Captain.
Affirmative. Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Tube 2 maintained.
Oh,
Flood tube 1.
Tube 1 flooded.
targeting.
Full ahead.
Torpedo in tube 5 maintained.
Ah, there's their escort there. Now really, I should be targeting him, taking out their escort. But because he's quite far away, I'm going to try and take out two ships and then hide. This one here, that's the weight of that, so I'm going to drop that down to 3. And I'm going to increase the speed of the torpedo because it's quite a distance. And then I'm going to save it. Saving it before you start combat, much better. You know, obviously. Oh, we're at 90% on that as well. Let's increase the speed. That's only a small one.
2-2 flooded.
In fact, I might just take the shot. Oh no. Hang on. Let's move on up. If we keep moving, then this destroyer will come to around this location. We should be over here. In fact, I might actually use the 5th tube there to take out this one here.
Change course. Flank ahead. Full ahead. Change course.
Oh, submariner in the water. Yeah, that looks good. Reducing speed. Now they're trying to do an evasion. Evading torpedo evasion. I'm gonna mark this one up here at this stage. Just so, because I think that one torpedo has actually crippled that, so I don't want to waste another one. I could actually shoot one right now and make sure of it, but I'm just testing these new parameters with the torpedo and targeting. So that's not a problem. This destroyer now should be coming up here looking for me. As you can see, they're at alert. So normally I've got a decoy. I've just got my new decoys.
Affirmative. Consider it done, sir.
So what I'm going to do is, because he's running out with the decoy, I'm going to set it to slow
ahead.
forward.
Set a course to these coordinates. Blue lights.
Full silent running. We're going to test this one out with the new update. The beauty of the decoy is that as far as this boat is concerned, I am here, and this is giving me the valuable time to get the heck out of there, because they want to kill you, these things. One destroyer hunter can do so much damage to your ship, to your boat. They are no joke. They will totally bombard you if they know where you are. I've had depth charges resting on the deck of my U-boat. They haven't, about 4 or 5 of these damn things, and when you get into that, I actually filmed it, but I couldn't survive that one. I ended up having to reload. I couldn't get the boat back up. But that's what we're going to do right now, is check what this boat does. That's what we're really doing. Because we've dropped the decoy, and now we're moving away slowly. Theoretically, the behavior on this particular ship, that's gone. It's sunk. It's not going in. Yeah. Love it. Now, let's check the behavior on this destroyer. Is it going to the decoy? Whoa. Now, we're going to head over this way because they're our next targets. Now, we haven't got anything on the visibility. We've got 3%, but they aren't really thinking that I'm anywhere that they know, you know, so they've gone to this point here with the decoy, but the behavior I'm actually looking for is what is this destroyer going to do? Because I've dropped a decoy, is this destroyer going to hang around here and bombard this area? Just stay here because he honestly believes that we're still there? Or is he going to continue and follow the convoy? It looks like he is actually looking around for me, which is perfect, because all I want him to do is get away from this convoy. You know, there's not much tonnage in a destroyer, but that's really what all I'm about. Is I want to get these things alone, away from their protection. So it's thinning out the herd. Right, and let's get these targeted up.
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate
Now
torpedo
we're going to
course.
go Dix awash. Speed the boat up, but not going on the surface, even though we could do with these two, but we don't want them to see us because the destroyer will come over. But
Set a course to these coordinates.
at this stage they've got no artillery on deck, so I'm just trying to catch them up with the decks awash. I've got the visual on them anyway, so I don't need to use the hydrophone at this stage. Let's get let's take it off silent running for a moment.
Terminate south running. Return to normal operations.
And I'll get those guys topping up the torpedoes.
Man the attack periscope.
I could use some help over here.
Affirmative.
Great, so those guys now are loading up all the torpedoes. Well, I think it's just the one,
I could use some help over here.
Affirmative.
and I'll get them on the
2-1
maintenance.
loaded.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
Report sent. Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Affirmative. Set a course to these coordinates.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Torpedo
And
in tube
I'll
3
get
maintained.
this. Going to
Torpedo
go
in
back down
tube
to
4
periscope depth
maintained.
soon, but what I need to do is target these up, so I can
Calculate
actually
torpedo course.
have one on each.
Calculate torpedo course.
That one's done, so he's just keeping that going.
Plug tube 1.
These are in light,
one,
so
flooded.
I'm just going to keep it at 3 at this stage. Now this is the part you got to watch. See that torpedo? That's the torpedo estimated course. That's looking bang on. So I'm going to,
Fire.
and then this one. See, because the angle's not the greatest, I'm going to try, just for conversation's sake.
Plug tube 2. Change course.
Tube 2 flooded.
And second.
Fire. The torpedo has covered half the
It's
distance.
looking like a long shot,
30
and I
seconds.
don't believe this one here will actually hit, but this one is.
20 seconds. 10 seconds to impact.
Oh, that's gone. Yeah, that's history. Now this is the one that I don't believe is actually going to happen because of the angle, but looking good at this stage.
30 seconds. 20
Oh,
seconds.
right up the nose. That was close. Now I think that's that destroyer, so I should be really is aiming over here.
Transmission.
In fact, I'm gonna go this way.
Report sent.
All hands, silent running.
Silent run in. And I'm gonna use
Yes, sir.
the rear torpedo to make sure of that one.
Set a course to these coordinates.
But it's always best to hit and run. Hit and run.
Periscope down.
Because if you stay here, you know the destroyer's coming down this way. You always try and do it like that. That's what I do. Then you've got a perpetual system where you're hitting and you're ahead of your target, but then when they're actually on top of you, then you know they're on you. You're behind the target. You know they know where you are. You are in that location. You're in trouble. You've got to scramble. But this situation, they believe you're somewhere and you're not, and that's given you the ultimate advantage. You know, total. You know.
Change course.
It looks like it's going down too. Look at that. It's taking on water. This is the Empire Soldier, and I'm looking for that. Then I can get out of the area. Do it again. Oh, look, it's got the ocean starting to come over the side there. Excuse me. Okay, now we're coming up on this. It's still got speed going on, and that is probably the best reason to actually have another go
Calculate
at it.
torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. The ship is sinking.
Oh,
Tube 3.
Tube 3 flooded.
Fire.
yeah, I do believe this ship would sink, although it's only because of the speed it's traveling. Oh. I'm going to get him on the targeting solutions.
Flood tube 4.
Tube 4 flooded. Captain, we have reached our target.
Fire.
Okay, get your dinghy out. Oh, it's a dud. Oh no.
Change course. silent running. Return to normal operations. Turn on the gyro compass. Man the attack periscope.
Will do, Captain.
Loading up torpedoes.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
Set a course to these coordinates. Calculate torpedo course.
I'm at 100% on there, but I'm just waiting on the maintenance now.
Tube 2 loaded.
Torpedo and tube 1 maintained.
Flood tube 1.
Well, this one better do the job, because it's starting to cost me money, these things.
Tube 1 flooded.
Fire!
Funnel smoke. Bearing
Torpedo in tube 5
165
maintained.
degrees. The torpedo has covered half the distance.
No.
30 seconds.
Oh,
10 seconds to impact. Torpedo was done.
Tube 3
I
loaded.
must be doing something. There. Right.
Change course.
Time to get serial.
Faster. Faster. Change course.
Tube 1 loaded. Tube 4 loaded.
Affirmative. Calculate torpedo course.
Will do, Captain.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
Torpedo and tube 1 maintained.
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
Will do, Captain.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
Flood tube 1.
Yeah, it must be the depth. It's like 4 there. Normally, let's go for 3.5.
Tube 1 flooded.
Because I do remember the 3's not the greatest. I do have issues with 3 meters for some reason.
Fire!
Let's have a look at 3.5 on that. Come on.
40 seconds to
Why
impact.
won't you sing?
30 seconds. 20
See,
seconds.
that's going a
10
bit too
seconds
far.
to
The
impact.
dispersions. Is it to do with the speed because it's already been hit? Must have something here. Right. Oh, it's the angle. Right. It's facing that way.
Set
Right.
a course to
Let's
these coordinates.
get that sorted. Ah, see how it's come. I shot it at the wrong time.
Change
I
course.
didn't realise. When their noses go in the opposite direction, makes the target solution, it throws that out. That's what they're doing. See, when they're pointing back this direction to correct it, to go the opposite direction, then it's raising the chances of actually hitting it. So,
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. Flood tube
let's
2.
try that again. This time.
Tube 2 flooded.
Now, it's going to...
Dead slow ahead. Faster. Faster.
Tube
It's
1 loaded.
pointing the opposite direction now. It's going the opposite. It's pointing its nose the other way. And then it's bringing it back round. Right. This is
Fire.
the time.
40 seconds to impact.
Come on.
20 seconds.
Oh.
Miss.
Nah.
Flood tube 3.
Let's stick it at back at 3. Oh. And it might be the speed.
Tube 3 flooded.
Let's have another
Fire.
go.
Set a course to these coordinates. The torpedo has covered half the distance. 20 seconds.
Unless I'm
It's a
missing
miss.
something. I think. Ah, look at that. No wonder its speed is regulated. It's irregular speed. It's going from one speed to another. So
Change course.
I've got to get it at get a bit closer so that doesn't make a difference. I've actually had that before.
Half
I've actually
ahead.
noticed that the speed goes up, down. They go left and right. They're desperately trying to avoid the torpedoes coming in for some reason. Well, they're close to land. I don't know what they're worried about. Just have to jump in a little dinghy there or a lifeboat and just row to shore. It's better than being out at sea, you know.
Set a course to these coordinates. Half ahead. Flank ahead.
Let's see. I think the depth, we're getting too close to this guy might get away. I don't know. Cost me a fortune in torpedoes.
Change course.
Right,
Full ahead.
this time.
Quad 2-4.
I've got to wait.
Half
For,
ahead.
Tube 4
it's like
funded.
12 kilometers now. And then. So 12. Okay.
Fire.
Captain, we have reached our target.
40 seconds to impact. 30 seconds.
Ah, here we go.
20 seconds. 10 seconds to impact.
Now we're looking. Oh, magnificent. Yeah. The regulating speed. When they know you're there, hunting them, they will go faster, slower, they'll weave and bob and that, but it's the speed. See, even when you're manually targeting, if you're to get their velocity, their speed, to manually target your target, if your target is regulating their speed faster and slower, you might have it set to a certain speed, but but they'll change their speed. So that preset that you've set for your configuring your shot, your calculation will be incorrect. So they're altering the parameters. So I've actually fallen for that a few times, but this time I had to really think about that. Rethink it, because I don't really notice that very often, but this one, that's why I'm missing. Anyway, it's good to know why you're missing, isn't it? And that boat should be, that's 2 torpedoes, honestly, that I've actually hit. So I don't know, it better be going down, put it that way. Otherwise I'm going to have to get serious and just sit there and blaze into it. Oh no, there it goes. Right, let's stop.
All engines stop.
See, the speed's gone down to 8. Let's have a look at this quickly.
The crew evacuates the ship.
Evacuate the ship. The speed's gone right down. See, they can't travel any further. That's what you want. Let's get out of here before that destroyer comes in.
Change course. Full ahead.
Stationary. Right, okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to go sink a few ships, but yeah, I just think I'll just leave this particular video here. I'm just going to be doing pretty much the same thing, but the next one I will be filming, I think, is the actual Enigma recovery, which is a trick to that. You've got to have diving gear, and you've got to do all of the seek, and you got to fight off a few destroyers that are protecting it and stuff like that. But for this particular video, I'd like to say thanks for watching, and if you like, you like. If you don't, you don't. Subscribe if you do, you don't. All of that. So I'll see you again. Thanks so much. Goodbye.